Hi, I'm Meris, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about unintentional torts. I'm going to be following along using our Fundamentals of Nursing flashcards. These are available on our website, leveluprn.com, if you'd like to grab a set for yourself. Or if you are more of a fan of digital products, I would invite you to check out Flashables, the digital version of all of our flashcards, available on demand and at your fingertips wherever you go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, what is an unintentional tort? Well, as the name might suggest, these are unintended acts which have the capacity to cause harm to your patient. So in the previous video, I talked to you about intentional torts, which are things that we intend to do, like making a threat or, causing somebody bodily harm. These are willful acts. I chose to do them. Versus these things that I talked to you about now are unintentional. So these are things that can happen by mistake, by accident. There can also be things going on outside of this, but I just want to really delineate these two, as some of these you are in complete control and some of these are more like mistakes, but that doesn't mean that you cannot still be held accountable. So the first one that I want to bring your attention to here is negligence. And negligence is the failure to provide care that a reasonably prudent person would provide in a similar situation. So let me give you an example of how that applies to nursing. If I fail to assess a patient's allergies prior to providing them with a medication, that is negligence, okay? Now, I want to move on to the second thing, and then we're going to compare and contrast. The second one on this list is going to be malpractice. Now, malpractice is when we combine negligence with harm to the patient, okay? So all malpractice is negligence. Not all negligence is malpractice. For this to be malpractice, I must have acted negligently and cause harm to my patient. So using that same example from before, I administered medication to patient A without assessing their allergies, but nothing bad happened to them. They took that medication, they had no adverse effects, and everything's all good. Then this patient, I committed negligence. Patient B, though, I go down my list and I provide care to the next patient, and again, I failed to assess their allergy. But this time, I give them the medication and they have an anaphylactic reaction. Now we are talking about malpractice because my negligence has brought about harm to the patient. The last one that I want to talk to you about is going to be abandonment. So abandonment is going to be desertion of a patient by someone who is supposed to be rendering care, someone who has assumed care or responsibility for this patient. So when I go off shift, I avoid committing the tort of desertion by signing out, right? This is where I'm giving handoff to the incoming nurse. I'm giving them a shift change report. I'm telling them about this patient, and this other nurse is assuming care for me. They are now going to be the primary RN in charge of this patient. That's how I avoid desertion. But if at the end of my shift, the person who's supposed to be relieving me hasn't come, and I say, sorry, I got to get out of here, I need to get home, and I just leave without turning care over to somebody who is able to provide the same or higher level of care, then that is desertion, and I have committed an unintentional tort. So very important to know the difference between those intentional torts and then our three unintentional of negligence, malpractice, and desertion. I'm so glad you stayed until the end because I'm going to test your knowledge of key facts provided in this video with a quiz question. After receiving handoff report, a nurse feels too overwhelmed by the patient load and leaves an hour into the start of the shift. Which unintentional tort has been committed? Abandonment. The nurse fails to ensure a patient receives a meal tray with their insulin. The patient experiences profound hypoglycemia, requiring intervention as a result. Which unintentional tort has been committed? malpractice. All right, that is it for this video. I do hope you learned something. If you did, would you leave a comment and let us know something that you learned? We really like seeing those, and we do read the comments. And hey, if you have a great way of remembering something that I didn't mention in this video, leave that as a comment too. We like seeing it, but I know it's beneficial to other learners as well. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, and happy studying.
We invite you to subscribe to our channel and share a link with your classmates and friends in nursing school. And if you found value in this video, be sure to hit that like button and let us know what you found to be particularly helpful.